said, and you can stop trying to joke your way out of it. That is tiny. That is insulting. That is pointless, meatless, and quite frankly, it's making me feel queasy. And don't look at me like that. You should be grateful.
Pulling, Thursday 10:30 on BBC Three.
Life in this town isn't all about fresh air and exercise.
Not the new trainers, the cat's meow.
It's neighbours who take an interest.
Well, they found your real mum and dad, didn't they?
No.
Is it Richard and Judy?
No.
Is it the Osmonds?
Friends to drop in on.
It was a lovely evening until Sting played the lute.
A little bit of give and take.
Rabbits.
I'll let you have them for a couple of jiffy bags, a permanent marker and a blind eye on my car tax.
And the preservation of old traditions.
But it's not all jam and Jerusalem, as they say.
Jam and Jerusalem, coming soon to BBC One.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce some members of my group to you before we go any further. On backing vocals, the Sugar Babes. The man with the beautiful voice, Mr. Marvin Gaye. On the lead guitar is Jimmy Page. On the rhythm guitar, Noel Gallagher. And on the drums, Keith Moon. On bass guitar, Sheryl Crow. And finally on piano, the legendary Stevie Wonder. Play it, Stevie.
BBC News 24 takes BBC One through the night in just a few minutes. First though, with the weekend here, can we bear up to tomorrow's weather? Let's get all the details now from Susan Powell.
Hello there. As Pudsy's done such a sterling job all evening, I thought we'd give him one more shot at glory and let him help us with the late night weather forecast. And there's certainly plenty to help out with for the next couple of days. A lively weather story through this weekend. We start off cold and breezy for Saturday. Our weather still dominated by low pressure sitting to the northwest of the UK, keeping keen winds across us and also bringing in a fair number of showers. On Friday, we saw this white stripe of cloud here pushing its way across England and Wales. That was a batch of very heavy rain. Goodbye to that now, though, as we move further on into Saturday. Goodbye also to the heavy rain from Scotland and the persistent snow here, but still more showers coming into western fringes of the UK overnight tonight. In eastern areas, drier and clearer. It will turn rather cold, but look out in the west as those temperatures drop. There could be some icy stretches first thing. No such worries for the southeast of England, East Anglia or the Midlands, though that breeze will make sure I think the roads are dry as we move on into Saturday morning. This is 9 a.m. Northern England, though, particularly towards the northwest, could have one or two early problems. Scotland, I think, at greatest risk, because here we still have some lying snow around and temperatures really will dip away and struggle to recover on Saturday morning. And one or two icy spots are also possible for Northern Ireland. For Wales, probably not such an issue, or for the southwest of England, but wherever you're waking up, it is going to be a chilly start, and chances are, if you're in the west, a pretty showery one as well. As the day wears on, eastern areas look like they will stay in the clear of the cloud and rain. Overall, a bright and crisp day here, although we could see a few showers running in off the south coast into the southeast of England. The major action, though, is further north, particularly through the afternoon for Northern Ireland and Northern England. Here, the showers will tend to lump together into more persistent outbreaks of rain, and there'll be some very solid cloud around. Scotland, in contrast, though, becomes largely dry and fine through the afternoon. There'll be plenty of sunshine around, but it really will struggle to push those temperatures up. Notice the blue staying on the map behind me. Some spots may see temperatures struggling to get much above freezing tomorrow. It'll feel chilly in Northern England as well, with all of that cloud around here. Somewhat brighter for East Anglia and the Midlands, but as I just showed you, we could see a few showers heading in further south. Southern England turning increasingly grey, I think, through the second half of the day, and always some showers pretty close by. And it's a similar mixture across Wales. Some bright spells, but some showers never too far away either. As for Saturday night, more changes on the way. A lot of our showers die out. The winds also become lighter, though, and certainly as we head on into Sunday, that means the temperatures are going to fall away very sharply. A widespread frost to take us into the second half of the weekend. A chilly start to Sunday, a bright and clear one, I think, with the exception of some cloud in the southeast, which should gradually clear during the morning, but there'll be more cloud quickly spilling in from the northwest as the day wears on. There'll be wet and windy weather on the way for all of us by the end of the weekend. Still looking pretty showery to take us into the start of next week as as well. Still rather windy and still rather chilly. Looks like midweek could bring us something a little warmer. If that hasn't cheered you up, though, you can always take a look around on our website for more details of what's to come in the weather. And, of course, you can always look around on the BBC website for more details on Children in Need and make your pledge for Pudsey.
If you're longing for the perfect life, be careful what you wish for.
I'm not sure if I want this.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God!
What's the matter with you? This is what being single's all about.
We'll take things slowly. Let's go back to mine and get drunk.
Living the dream. Pulling, coming soon on BBC 3.
Young teenagers are starting to play a dangerous game. At pocket money prices, it makes you feel part of the crowd. But early addiction causes liver disease and long-term brain damage. Booze, what every teenager needs to know. Panorama, Sunday at 10:15 on BBC One.
The music he just can't live without. Writer Stephen King reveals his Desert Island Discs to me, Kirsty Young, Sunday morning at 11:15 on BBC Radio 4.
And that's your lot from BBC One tonight. Thanks if you pledged money to Children in Need. It really makes a difference. So from me, Dean Lydiot, and the late team here on BBC One, and the team at TV Centre tonight, thanks for your company. We'll head into the early hours now with BBC News 24.
BBC News headlines. I'm Alistair Yates. The Dutch government has voted in favour of a proposal to ban women from wearing burqas, veils or any other garment that covers the face. The proposed ban would apply to streets, public transport, schools and courts in the Netherlands. The immigration minister told the BBC that covering the face hindered integration because it impeded face-to-face communication. Critics say the measures violate constitutional rights. A British man who was on death row in Pakistan has arrived back in the United Kingdom. Mirza Tahir Hussain spent 18 years in jail for the murder of a taxi driver. He's always maintained that he acted in self-defence. His death sentence was commuted to life imprisonment by President Musharraf on Thursday, and the man flew back into London late on Friday night. The boss of Fairpac's parent company has denied taking savers' money while knowing the company was in trouble. William Rollison has apologised to people who lost their money in the hamper firm's collapse. The 150,000 savers have been told by administrators they could get as little as 4 pence in every pound back. A 34-year-old man is due to appear in court in Newcastle later today, charged with the murder of his 2 children, their mother and her brother. The bodies of Olafunke Sobo and Yemi Sobo, as well as Abigail and Stephen Crampton, who were 12 and 5, were found at their home in Kenton on Tuesday morning. There are to be tougher controls on the advertising of junk food to children. The media regulator Ofcom is to ban television adverts aimed at the under-16s for products high in fat, sugar and salt. The food industry and the commercial broadcasters called the move an overreaction. There's more with our interactive services, either on Freeview. If you're watching there, press your red button, you'll see this. And if you have digital satellite, you'll find News 24, for instance. If we can get it up on the screen for you. No, we haven't got it. But anyway, if you press your red button, it will work. There it is, in fact, just now. News 24 there up in the top left-hand window. Well, we're back with you at 3 o'clock with more world news here on News 24 after the record.
Hello and welcome to the Records Roundup of the week in Parliament. On Wednesday, the Queen opened Parliament for the 54th time in her reign. She set out the government's plans.
At the heart of my government's programme will be further action to provide strong, secure and stable communities.
It was Tony Blair's last Queen's speech as Prime Minister, and he turned on the opposition leader.
True hope is about tough decision-making, and the right honourable gentleman's never taken a tough decision in his life.
In his first Queen's speech as Conservative leader, David Cameron questioned what the government had achieved.
3 massive majorities, a decade in power, 10 gracious speeches, 370 pieces of legislation, and the question they've got to answer is why has so little been achieved?
Security measures are a key part of the government's programme. There are also plans to tackle climate change and reform pensions. More on that later. But first of all, the pomp and ceremony that makes up the state opening of Parliament.